going anywhere.
Then we'll see you soon. Goodbye, Neelius.
Bye.
Neelius must be so lonely. Will his father ever come back?
Anything can happen if you let it.
How long will you stay?
Stay till the wind changes. Now, run along in.
Good night, Jane. Good night, Michael. Good night, Mary.
Good night, Ran.
Tell them you've given me the message.
George, please.
Oh, Daddy, we had a fantastic day. We stayed in the basket, danced with the statue, and met Queen Victoria. Approved, but...
If you knew that, then why did you do
Daddy,
it?
can I have a kite? A proper one.
Could you fly it?
You could always teach me.
When would I have time to do that?
Daddy, who's the father of Neelius?
Would you please let me get on? Good night.
Poor Michael. All he cares about is flying kites and his beloved astronomy, of course.
I used to love astronomy at his age. My nanny, Miss Andrews, soon beat it out of me.
I suppose we do need a nanny, George. It is out of the question to do without one.
Don't be absurd. Of course we need a nanny. All the best people have nannies, so that their wives can do charity work and entertain. Which reminds me, how is your tea party coming on?
I'm not sure. It seems so odd to send out invitations to people I hardly know.
But they're people you should know. Remember, by your friends shall ye be judged.
That's the point. They're not my friends. Well, actually, I heard today from Clemmy Bunting. She's rehearsing a new play at the moment. I thought I might ask her.
How many times must I tell you? I wish you to sever all connection with that part of your life.
George, I was an actress. Well, lots of people might find that interesting. Though you always talk as if I should be ashamed of it.
Well, it's not exactly something to be proud of. Winifred, dearest, I'm only thinking of you. I want people to admire you, to respect you.
I know, George. But sometimes it's hard.
It's not hard, it is your job, to be Mrs. Banks.
And what is your job?
To pay for everything. What is it?
I was only going to kiss you.
Oh. Oh. All right. Are you going to say something to Mary Poppins about this afternoon?
I don't think so.
Very well. Just be sure she's doing things our way and not hers. What good are rules if you can bend them? We need a nanny who is disciplined and stern. With boys and girls, you don't befriend them. I fear that Mary Poppins has a lot to learn.
Being Mrs. Banks should be an easy role, and yet it's one which I don't seem too good at on the whole. I have a comfy home, I have a simple life. does that entail? Facing tests of character, I always seem to fail. And as for his best people, well, I'd like to say no thanks. They're not exactly my idea of being Mrs. Banks.
I still feel as if I'm dreaming. So much fun in just one day. When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your hearts are beating like a big brass band. I'm sure Nearly is his feeling. Let's hope she will stay. Good night, Julius.
Let's hope she
will stay.
Winds do change, tides can turn, sink or swim, see what you learn. Me, I was told when I was small, just learn a trade. So I learned them all. Chim chimney, chim chim, cherry chim chim.
Morning, Bert. Swab for the next today, I see.
Gotta keep the street ship shape, Admiral.
Tell me, how are things aboard, number 17? All plain sailing with many Poppins, I trust.
There's some rough weather on every voyage, Admiral.
This lad. What those children need is a touch of the cat and a knife on the yard arm.
What those children need, Admiral, is a touch of happiness. Willoughby!
Mrs. Brill, don't make the sandwiches too early. They'll get stale before the guests arrive.
Oh, everything's under control, Ma.
Oh, and what about the cake?
Oh, cooling on the tray, waiting to be iced.
Oh, quite sure you know how to ice it.
Quite sure. And in case you're worried, I've not been exchanged by the fairies for a toss on the income board.
Well, I'll just go up and check the drawing room.
I'd like to be helpful.
Oh, and I'd like to be rich. But the good Lord thought otherwise.
Mother wants you in the drawing room.
Well, she can't have me. Good enough on my plate as it is.
She says you can tell Roberts and I what to do.
Oh, does she indeed? Well, why don't I go have a smoke and hear the glassworks for good measure?
Well, please, Mrs. Brill, I don't mind, honest.
Oh, all right, I'll give you one task and one task only. And so help me, if you get this wrong, I'll swing for you and sing as they pull the lever.
What is it, Mrs. Brill?
Put the icing balls next to the cake, and I'll leave them both hot water to warm them. I'll do the icing as soon as I'm back. Jane,
Icing tools, hot water. I'll do the icing as soon as I get back.
do you think I can manage that?
Is that all?
For you, yes. For me, no. Once I've got the cake done, I've got the sandwiches next, because Madam wants them fresh. So I can't start them till there's no time to finish them. Oh, I swear, a slave in ancient Rome was on a pleasure cruise compared to my life in this house.
Well, they just stand there, Roberts and I.
Right. No.
What are you looking for?
A bowl for the water.
Michael, why don't we make the icing? Because we don't know how. Don't be so feeble and get the eggs. If Mrs. Brill can do it, it can't be that hard. Are there eggs in icing? There are in mine.
I don't think Mrs. Brill will thank you.
Then she will be guilty of great ingratitude. Is it supposed to look like this?
It doesn't look like that when Mrs. Brill does it.
Don't be impertinent and get me the cake.
Honestly, Miss Jane, I was on the...
easy. Just you wait until bedtime.
Oh, I don't think we should wait until then, Mum. Now, why don't you go upstairs and get changed, and we'll clear up here, won't we?
Well, we're not ill. I won't take it and you can't make me.
In that, as in so many things, your information is faulty. Open.
What? It's strawberry ice.
Now you...
I'm not sure I like strawberry ice.
I'm not sure I care.
Lime cordial.
Now off we go, you two. Michael, I know you like to keep things neat. Jane?
I told you she was tricky. Must we? Can Robertson and I do it when he makes up? He is a servant.
That attitude, you'll get through an awful lot of stuff before you're very old. And besides, in every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find the fun and snap, the job's a game. And every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake, a lark, a spree. It's very clear to see that a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, the medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in a most delightful way. My point exactly. The honey bees that fetch the nectar from the flower to the comb never tire of ever buzzing to and fro, because they take a little nip from every flower that they see, and hence they find
their task is not a grind. For a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, medicine go down, medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way.
Outside saucers. Spit spot. Michael, is this how you do it? Yeah, what's time?
Mary Poppins! You're a miracle worker. How did you get them to do it?
Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
Medicine?
Go down, medicine
Go down?
Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
in the most delightful way.
So,
Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
The medicine go down!
Medicine go down.
Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
In the most delightful way.
Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. In the most delightful way.
Sorry, Mum, they arrived this morning, but Robertson and I forgot to give them to you. Their apologies, Mum, from your guests. They're not coming, none of them.
what? Do you think we chose the wrong day?
No, Mum. I think you chose the wrong people.
In the most delightful way.
them to the hilt. For shrewd investment and advice, they'll pay our price. The bedrock on which banks are built. Banks? Word? I see Herr Von Hustler's coming in again today. Have you made your decision?
I believe so, sir.
Good, good. Be sure it's the right one.
In every transaction, credit or debt, sheets are all balanced, targets are met.
Thanks for the objection. My security is more than adequate, and Latin America is an expanding market.
But Mr. Van Hustler, what I haven't been able to grasp here is, what exactly is your final product?
What do you think? Money, of course.
Yes, money. But I wonder, making money out of money, is this enough?
Are you man enough to be a banker? A man has dreams of building an empire, to have his name in many distant lands, and in the world I am told the suits like gold that sees the chance with both our hands.
Assessing the market, limit the risk, little room for error, business is risk.
Have you come to your decision, Mr. Banks? There's a town of good people whose future depends on you.
I know that.
Give us this chance, Mr. Banks. You won't regret it. The factory could be running in weeks and expanding before the year's out. Please, Mr. Banks, I'll give it everything I got. Believe me.
I do believe you, Mr. Northbrook, and I've tried to find a way, but there just is not the collateral.
What about the workforce? Decent men want a better living. That's my collateral. My men have dreams to earn an honest living. A wife and kids, a home to call their own. If you invest in us today, it paves the way. I promise we'll repay the loan.
I'm sorry, Mr. Northbrook.
Daddy!
What on earth are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy?
No, we're done. And no man should ever be too busy for his own children. What are you doing here, young man? Have you come for some money as well?
Hardly. What would they need money for?
It's never too early to learn its value.
I know the value of this. 6 pence.
That's its worth. Its value's in how you spend it. Do good, and may you have good luck.
And what you say to Mr. Northbrook?
Thank you.
I'll wait outside, sir.
What is the meaning of this? Really? Mary Poppins, I am not without a sense of humor.
Aren't you, Daddy?
No, I am not. But when I was a little boy, I would never have dared interrupt my father.
Were you ever a little boy?
Of course I was. But my nanny, Miss Andrew, kept me out of my father's way. And he'd have been very annoyed if she hadn't.
What about your mother?
Well, I shouldn't think I saw either of them more than once a week.
Didn't they mind?
Mind. They were glad to get rid of me.
Then, who kissed you goodnight? Miss Andrew?
Oh, certainly not. There was no time for hugs, kisses, and all that soppy nonsense. What's the matter?
Poor Daddy.
Poor? What do you mean, poor? That's what made me the man I am. Eh, Mary Poppins?
Yes, I'm afraid it did.
That's quite enough. You've seen where I work, and I have a great deal to do.
When you invest the bank's money, what you looking for, Daddy? A good man or a good idea?
Well, I suppose I should say a good idea. But a good man is much more rare and much more valuable.
Come along, children.
Mr. Van Hustler, I've considered your arguments, but I'm afraid my answer is no.
So you don't recognize a good idea when you see it?
Perhaps not, but I know a good man when I see one.
Regret this, Sir Banks!
A man with dreams that life hasn't broken. A man with hopes, ambitions to fulfill. A man you're certain at first glance deserves a chance. Now, Mr. Northbrook, when exactly could that factory open?
Thank you, sir. You won't regret it.
There's that horrible old woman.
Don't point. For your information, she is not in the least horrible.
But she's just a bundle of rags.
When will you learn to look past what you see? Early each day to the steps of St. Paul, the little old bird woman comes in her own special way to the people she calls. Come, buy my bag full of crumbs. Come, feed the little birds, show them you care, and you'll be glad if you do. Their young ones are hungry, their nests are so bare. All it takes is tuppence from you. The birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. Feed the birds, that's what she cries. While overhead, her birds fill the sky.
What are you doing? I'm giving her my sixpence. What a waste.
What's the matter with a penny? Here, one bag, please. Save your sixpence. Around the cathedral, the saints and apostles look down as she sails away. Although you can't see them, you know they're smiling each time someone shows that he cares. Her words are simple and true. Listen, listen, she's calling to you. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag.
All gone.
Tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag.
You don't say. Well, here she is now. You can tell her yourself.
Isn't that Miss Longstone, Willoughby?
Don't interrupt when someone's barking. You were saying? Really? Well, if she keeps wandering off, perhaps you'd better keep her on a lead. Here she comes now. Willoughby! Oh, it's all right, Mummy's here. Mummy's here. You know, I swear, sometimes you don't most think he could talk.
Can Willoughby really talk?
Of course he can. Getting him to stop is the problem.
How do you learn to talk, though?
How do you think? Master the grammar
Practice when you can.
and avoid mongrels.
Oh,
Far too much slang. Now come along. I can't stand here all day talking shop.
Talking shop? What's a silly expression?
Well, there's nothing silly about it in the least.
What do you buy in a talking shop?
Conversations, of course.
Well, I've never seen a talking shop.
Well, there is only one, and it belongs to Mrs. Corey.
Who's Mrs. Corey?
Who's Mrs. Corey? Mrs. Corey is older than anyone in the world. Why, she talked to William before he went to conquering, to Vlad before he went impaling, and to Alexander when he weren't so bright.
We'll have to call it a shop in the park.
There is no shop in the park.
Remember, anything can happen if you let it.
That's it! I've run out of conversations.
Good day to you, Mrs. Corey.
Well, it isn't Mary Poppins with Jane and Michael Banks.
She knows us.
And how is poor little Georgie?
Who?
Georgie Banks, your father. He used to give his nanny the slip and come into my shop here in secret.
But you can't be talking about the same George Banks. That's been 40 years ago, and no one can remember back that far.
Listen, dearie, I remember everything. I remember Georgie used to love my gingerbread. I wonder if we've got any left today. Annie? Fanny? Look lively.
Yes, Mother.
Here you are. Gingerbread pieces with gingerbread stars. Georgie always saved his stars. Now, Mary Poppins, what can I do for you?
Well, I did want an ounce of conversation.
Oh, well, I'm all out of conversations. And I'm right out of words, too. You see, we've had a lot of chatterboxes in here today. But let me see what we have left. I do have some letters and a little bit of back chat. Now, an ounce, you say. That will be 15 letters. Go on, take your pick.
Jane, you can choose 7.
I've got a D, G, R, U, C, L, and I. They're no good. Can't make a conversation out of them.
All right, Michael, your turn. 7 more.
I've got an A, F, S, E, T, O, and P.
And I'll choose an X. Now, what words can we make?
Excellent. What? Something out here. Let's see.
Well, I see.
The pendulum keeps swinging.
All right. Point and step there and stand back. You are never to come near that vase nor no one else but me neither. That is a heirloom.
Heirloom.
Right. And will I do this stay totally immobile?
Immobile.
Do not move a muscle.
Muscle.
Do not breathe, do you hear me?
I might as well be dead.
Oh, don't give me any ideas.
A game is played, a change is made, but still the rope is long. And though they might yet fly a kite, sometimes the wind's too strong.
George, what's happened? Are you ill?
No, should I be?
Well, of course not. I mean, why are you home so early? Is everything all right?
No, everything's all wrong.
My darling, what is it?
You must know. I refused some German chap alone. It seems he went to our chief rival, they gave him the money, and now it's turned into a gold mine.
Well, they can't expect you to get it right every time.
Can't they? That's exactly what they expect. That is more than loud enough. Go to your room. Don't care what you adjust. Upstairs now. Where's my briefcase? I put it here. Michael. Jane. Will you give it to me? with this behavior. You're their mother. Why can't you do something?
Well, I can try not shouting for a start.
Mary Poppins, you are here to teach the children manners. And now just look at them. They're a pair of little savages. If I had my way, you would be out of this house.
George! You're tired. Don't bring the children down tonight, Mary Poppins. Mr. Banks is quite exhausted. Perhaps you can keep them occupied.
I hope you haven't forgotten, Mum. But tonight is my evening out.
What? Oh dear, I had forgotten. I suppose the school wouldn't ask you to change your plans?
No, Mum, they wouldn't.
Oh, not.
It's not fair. Daddy loses his temper and wears us up in the nursery. Daddy's mean and rotten, and I hate him.
Jane, take that back this instant. I will not have you criticize your father.
Why not? He criticizes you, and then last week he said you and I used it on this.
How dare you?
I heard him say it, and so did you.
Well, sometimes people say things they don't mean. Oh, take the children upstairs, please, Mary. Please. George,
What is it now?
well, I thought you might like to talk about it.
What would be the point?
Perhaps I can help.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm serious, George. If you have troubles, I'd like to share them.
Don't worry, you will. The fact is, I've been suspended without salary until they decide what to do with me. Oh.
Twists and turns, ups and downs. One moment smiles, next moment frowns. Got bad-tempered faces, and then change quick. Cause if the wind changes, your face might just stick. Chim chimney, chim chim, cherry chim charoo.
It's not fair. You're going out to be left on our own.
Plenty of toys to play with.
I didn't want to. They're boring.
They might say the same about you.
Why does Eddie get so cross? Fathers are supposed to look after their children, not to yell at them all the time.
Maybe. But have you asked yourself, who looks after the fathers when things go wrong?
The mothers, I suppose.
Not the children.
Wouldn't that be rather upside down?
Sometimes things are upside down. For a little while, anyway.
Well, I don't want to be the upside down family. I wish I could run away. Why, can't you? Somebody might talk to you. But you'd miss me. No, I wouldn't. I could have your toys. No, you could not. Yes, I could, and I jolly well would. Give that to me. Now's what you've done.
That's no way to treat Valentine. What's he ever done to you?
He's a doll, silly. He couldn't do anything.
That's all you two. Now into bed at once.
But we haven't had our milk.
There'll be no buts, and there'll be no milk either. If you can't be good, you might as well be sorry.
I wish you'd just leave us alone.
Careful the things you wish for. Go inside, Valentine. Make yourself presentable.
Well, I won't go to bed. You can't make me.
In that, as in so many things,
Your information
is faulty. Playing the game, taking your time. Some children lose, some children learn. Treat the toys nicely, and maybe they'll treat you the same. Playing the game. Are you feeling any better, Valentine?
Oh, much better, thank you.
Tempers are brave, tempers are lost. Nobody stops to think of the cost.
But they tore my arm again.
Dear, children who lose their temper lose everything else in the end.
They're not playing the game, not playing fair. Not with the doll, not with the bear.
Thrown on the floor and neglected, and they were to blame. Playing the game.
Please tell them, Mary Poppins.
Why don't you tell them?
What's going on? What happened to the toys? They just go small and go back in their box.
What? You have them in
smoke is all billowed and cool. Between pavement and stars is the chimney sweep's world, where there's hardly no day nor hardly no night. There's things up in shadows and up blazing lights on the rooftops of London. Cool! What a sight!
Oh, so you're a sweep now, are you?
Best view in the world, eh? And who gets to see it? The birds, the stars, and the chimney sweeps. Nothing to beat it, eh? Now as the ladder of an life has been struck, Jimmy finger sweeps on the bottomless rock. Though I spends me time in the ashes and smoke, in this old wide world there's no happier blue. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiree, a sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo.
What will run off when he shakes hands with you?
Oh, blow me a kiss,
Ah,
and that's lucky too. So, you're going in.
the wind's changed.
What the good kids, Mary.
Would I be bothering with them if they weren't? But I can't help them if they won't let me. And no one is so hard to teach as a child who knows everything.
So,
They've got to do the next bit on their own.
chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiree.
When you're with a sweep, you're in glad company. Cheerio, her.
Chim, 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 chiree. When you're with us, sweet, you're in glad company. Nowhere is there a more happier crew, and then walks each chim, chim, chiree, chim, chiroo. Chim, chimney, chim, chim, chiree, chim, chiroo.
What in the name of heaven are you two doing out here? Where's Mary Poppins?
She's gone.
Go. Oh, that doesn't take the blooming biscuits.
Mrs. Brill, what does au revoir mean?
Why?
Because that's what she's written in this note. Dear Jane and Michael, keep playing the games. Au revoir, Mary Poppins.
Was French and all that. God bless you. Good luck. Ah, I remember. Till we meet again. Oh, now get inside before you catch your death.
Ladies and gentlemen, here will be a 15-minute intermission. Concessions are available in the
Do keep an eye on them for me.
Chim, 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 chiree. When you're with us, sweet, you're in glad company. Nowhere is there a more happier crew than them 1-6 chim, chim, chiree, chim, chiree. Chim, chimney, chim, chim, chiree.